You go for a jog, you're a jogger. You paint, you're a painter.
I have the best advice for women in business.
Our youngsters must say,
I'm living, I'm a liver.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
I want to work 70 hours a week.
I am here to live.
Nobody wants to work these days.
I'm living. Yeah, I'm a liver.
Rewind. Go to your past. जब आप 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 साल के थे and tell me your first response to बेटा बड़े होके क्या बनोगे? It could be something like astronaut, doctor, Shah Rukh Khan, Aishwarya Rai, etc. What? Some people actually wanted to be Aishwarya Rai and Shah Rukh Khan. I am some people. लेकिन जब मैं 6 या 7 साल की थी, I was driving back home with my parents and at that time my dad asked me, बेटा बड़े होके क्या बनोगे? And I said, I want to work at a petrol pump. मैंने टीवी पे इंडियन ऑयल का एड देखा था, वहाँ पे बहुत सारे लड़के और लड़कियां जो पेट्रोल पंप पे काम करते हैं, दे आर डांसिंग, डूइंग कार्टव्हील्स एंड दे आर जस्ट हैंगिंग अराउंड, दे लुक सो हैप्पी, दे आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद न्यू पीपल. और अभी जिस पेट्रोल पंप से मैं पेट्रोल डलवाया है वहाँ पे उनका बिल बोर्ड भी लगा था. So why can't I be that? And I'm sure अब तक you would have guessed that my parents would have given me a list of reasons of why this is a bad option. And my very first lesson on money, societal standards and the rules to live in this world.
अरे ये आजकल के बच्चे ओहो पूरे दिन बस स्क्रॉल करते रहते. हम कितना काम करते थे, नदियां पार करके स्कूल जाते थे, स्ट्रीट लाइट की लाइट में पढ़ाई करी हमने, और इनको देखो सुबह बेड से निकल के लैपटॉप खोलने में मौत आ रही है.
Bro, this uncle makes a lot of sense. And if it is really all about just money, hustle and achieving, then let's talk about the man, a boomer, who has seen the epitome of success like nobody else. Steve Jobs, the high-achieving man paradox.
These were Steve Jobs' last words before dying. I reached the pinnacle of success in the business world. In others' eyes, my life is the epitome of success. However, aside from work, I had little joy.
Most of the time, people equate their identities to the work they do. And equating your value and identity to the work you do and the money you produce is a problem because अगर वो काम नहीं रहा, उसके बाद फिर क्या होगा? What is your identity? You have no identity. And that is the problem most men face. So the identity crisis they go through after retirement is enormous. But definitely, there are all kind of people on this planet, and there are definitely men who have life outside of their work, who emotionally value their relationships and their surroundings. So basically, we are taught this from the beginning that your value is associated to your work and the money you produce. Well, the point is, I belong to the generation who grew up thinking that by the time I reach 20 or around the mid of 20s, I'll be sorted. My life, work, money, I'll be sorted, I'll be chilling. And now I am approaching my mid-20s and realizing कि I can only afford Uber rides. और अगर गाड़ी चाहिए तो पापा से ही मांगना पड़ेगा. So why do you need to watch this video? Because if you don't, you will be 35 sitting in a meeting with your irritating boss or a stuck-up client and think, why the hell am I even here? और उस टाइम पे your impatience, unhappiness and frustration will just keep on rising. And you'll realize you did not find fulfillment and happiness in your work. And maybe you never had. AKA existential crisis. फिर आसमान को देखते हुए सोचोगे मैं कौन हूँ? अगर मैं कुछ कम रातें ऑफिस का काम करते बिताता तो क्या आज मेरे दोस्त साथ होते और मेरी फैमिली खुश होती? Why do so many people struggle with answering this question? Tell me about yourself. I am Sara. I am 22 years old. I make videos online. Or I am Sara. I have a design degree. I work in this tech company. Or hi, I'm Sara. I have this many followers. But what if one day YouTube just shuts down? What if one day Instagram just shuts down? Then what is my identity? What if one day the company you are working in shuts down or you get fired or something happens? Your job is no more the work, your profession, your identity does not exist anymore. Then what are you? Non-existent? This hustle culture that we live in, it makes us prioritize our work over other things like our physical health, mental health, our relationships, our hobbies, basically our life and the well-being of the life. This video happened because I started my YouTube channel 6 months ago. Since then, since July the 12th till now, I have been working 10 to 14 hours every day. Maybe once a week, I would be not working 10 hours. It has costed me my relationship with my parents, my friends. It has costed me my health. I have been going to the gym regularly since past 3 years, but in the past 6-7 months, I haven't been regular. I have lost muscles, I have gained fat, my mental health is extremely messed up. और I think ये चीज़ें glorify करना ना बंद करना चाहिए कि भाई इतने घंटे काम करते हैं. अगर like तुम 10-11 घंटे से ज़्यादा एक दिन में काम कर रहे हो तो please don't say it as if you're glorifying it कि ओ तुम कितने महान हो. तुम चूतिया हो अगर तुम इतना कर रहे हो. That means you don't have a life. I don't want to offend anybody. Your life is just not one thing done repeatedly. It's literally so many more things. But I do love working. But I just don't want this to be my entire life. Like genuinely, अगर YouTube, Instagram कल नहीं हुआ, ठीक है, it just shuts down. इतना जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि oh I work so much means absolutely nothing, then zero. Work is very important. It gives your life purpose. But just working and not doing anything else, it is very unhealthy. I mean, just think about Ori. Ori ने अपने life का, अपनी personality का हर aspect दिखाया. He is a multi-dimensional person. लेकिन पूरी इंडिया का सवाल ये था कि भाई वो करता क्या है. I don't still know कि वो करता क्या है, but I would love a friend like Ori in my life because he's so vibrant. He's always happy. He gives the vibe of a bestie. I really like him. Harvard University conducted an experiment जिसमें उन्होंने एक औरत को 10 महीने का grant दिया of unemployment and told her to do whatever she wants to. She documented everything on YouTube. She started traveling. It's the first thing most of us would do if we were unemployed and had money to spend. She ran her errands, the one she wanted to, but due to her job, she was not able to do so. She started working on her physical health and had slow and relaxing mornings. Her creativity started to kick in. She started making art, embroidery, creating stuff on Patreon, started a podcast, etc. Now that she doesn't have to act professional all the time, she could wear anything she wanted, color her hair, get a tattoo. Hung out with friends almost all the time, started meeting her long-distance friends, getting involved with people in her local community, going on marches, volunteering in some activities, etc. Even after the experiment, she stayed unemployed, but eventually when she started running out of money, she found a small job. Now she's a YouTuber. She complains about capitalism while making money from YouTube. I'm such a hypocrite. Grandparents and parents, boomers and Gen Y. A lot of old people like to say कि आजकल के बच्चों को तो काम ही नहीं करना, सबके सब काम चोर है, सब बिल्कुल नल्ले बेरोजगार, किसी को कुछ नहीं करना. It is little contradicting because आज के टाइम में जितने teenagers और 20+ year olds entrepreneurs हैं, वो पहले के टाइम में नहीं थे. There are more young children from middle class and upper middle class backgrounds choosing to become चाय वाला, मोमोज वाला, गोलगप्पे वाला. Kind of professions जो पहले की generation इसको थोड़ा low standard या low demeanor मानती थी. While we just realize that all kind of work is just work. There's a reason why Forbes 30 under 30 list exists. There is a reason why मैंने और तुमने और हमारे जैसे लोगों ने बचपन में सर्च करा है how to make money as a teenager, how to make money as a 20-year-old, how to make money with no skill. और इस बारे में और भी कंटेंट बनता जा रहा है आजकल. And speaking as a Gen Z who has some experience in the corporate world, there were some jobs which I absolutely hated going to, while there were other jobs which got me excited in the morning to get out of bed. Maybe the problem is not people not doing enough work. The problem is asking them more work than what they are paid for or what was initially promised. While there are so many people who are suffering with unemployment. And to be honest, Forbes 30 under 30 is not even that impressive. Young age में तो सब मेहनत करते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ जोश से करते ही हैं. What is impressive is old people. 60-year-old housewife starting a business, or that 70-year-old grandpa starting a hair oil company and making it so big. Old people starting communities. 60-70-year-olds more fit and healthier than most of us young people. That is what is impressive. I mean, if we really want to critique people and make them feel so uncomfortable about it, why are we seeing their young age? And why not? Are we seeing old people and how they have lived their life and what they are right now? Physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. I once saw this reel of an old man. He seemed like a retired man, so now he was just living with his kids. And he used to garden a lot of fruits and vegetables. So he grew a watermelon for 4 months and he called all of his family to show the watermelon. मैंने 4 महीने लगा के ये उगाया है. It was just coming out red and juicy and nice. And his entire family, all the daughters started clapping and cheering for him. And he looked like a man जो होते हैं ना जो कभी हंसते नहीं है, फोटो भी खींचते हो तब भी that kind of man. And he smiled. He was happy. So while I was researching for this video, I found few questions. If you answer these questions, you will get to know how much your identity is linked to your career. And when I was answering it, भाई मेरे लग गए थे कि भाई what is happening with me? How much do you think about your job outside of office? Is your mind frequently consumed with work-related thoughts? How do you describe yourself? How quickly do you tell people you've just met about your job? Where do you spend most of your time? How would you feel if you could no longer continue your profession? If your answers to these questions were alarming to you and concerning, then I have just few points which can help you out in your everyday life and being happier in general. First, free up time. Maybe just doing nothing or doing the things which truly give you enjoyment. Could be spending time with loved ones, doing some creative project, just being in the nature, sitting and admiring the moon. Yeah, I do that. I think people will think I'm stupid, but I just sit and admire the moon. Number 2, start small. If you want to start some new activity or creative venture just for your own fun, start by taking extremely baby steps and then accelerate from there, because if you just go straight away in, you will not be able to sustain it. Because तुम्हारी job ने already बहुत मार रखी है तुम्हारी, you will not be able to sustain that. Third, rebuild your network. Connect with old friends. There are people in our lives that we really like because of the people they are, but we are not friends with them. We don't really talk to them. Just randomly hit them up. Yo, hang out. Don't say that, but you know what I mean. Fourth, decide what is important for you. Set boundaries. और अपनी importance इस चीज से set मत करो कि ये चीज मेरे को कितने पैसे देती है. Number 5, look beyond your work title. तुम्हारे काम के अलावा जो भी चीजें तुम करते हो, that is also a part of your identity. Add that in your identity. It is not jack of all trades is a master of none. It is jack of all trades is a master of none, but still better than a master of one. Okay, let's do it again. Introduce yourself in the comments below, but the catch is you cannot include what do you do for a living, where do you live, your nationality, your race, culture, your career, hobbies, or all these things. I'll go first.